So you want to be a VTuber? That's great. I'm here to help you figure out your debut. I touched on this topic in a previous video, but in this one I'll go more in depth. Now, what is a debut? Well, VTubing is an investment, and it can take months and months of preparation. A debut isn't necessarily the VTuber's first stream, but it is a significant event towards the beginning of their career. It's a celebration of the hard work it took to get ready. Not every VTuber debuts. Some don't want the pressure, some just want to ease into streaming. There's plenty of reasons someone might not want to debut. Whether debuting is right for you is really just a matter of preference. If you do decide to debut, well, that's what this guide is here for. Let's start at the beginning. What's the first step you should take towards your debut? The first thing I would recommend is getting all your assets in order. You don't need a fancy model, BRB screen, lore video, or anything like that to debut, but make a list of anything you want to have and get it or make it before moving forward. I'd also recommend having some mods appointed for your chat. Consider asking some friends if they'd be willing to help out. Once you have everything, you can set a date and time for your debut. Give yourself some time to build a following and prepare yourself. Speaking of a following, look around on the VTuber and EN VTuber tags and check out the trends that others are doing. Participate in those and networking threads, and you'll have some friends in no time. Some other good places to promote yourself are TikTok and Reddit. Just make sure you don't get caught up in doing trends and making that follower count rise. Remember your real goal, which is to get people's eyes on your streams. Now let's talk about the fun part. What will you do during your stream? Some people make lore videos to play at the beginning of their streams, but that's like super extra and definitely not a necessity. Many people also make what is essentially a slideshow coordinated to match their aesthetic, all about them and their lore. Here are some things you can put in this PowerPoint. Pause to see them all. Even if you don't do a slideshow style presentation, make sure you have the names of your artist, rigger, and anyone else who helped you along the way written somewhere on your stream. Another thing many people do is show off their model, its art, and its capabilities. Many people also answer questions through Curious Cat or other similar websites. The best piece of advice I can give you is to do what you feel comfortable with and plan on doing for your other streams. If you sing, think about preparing a song. You could also play a game you're comfortable with, maybe even with some friends. A big part of your personality is how you interact with other people, and this will give your audience an impression of that part of you. Now that you've planned out your debut and the date is approaching, what else is left to do? Make sure that you do some test streams and have some friends check it out and make sure everything looks okay. Triple check your audio. You also need to remember that while you should definitely be excited about your debut, the viewer count for your first streams after your debut will likely not be as high as they were during the debut itself. Make sure you're prepared for that. Alright, now that we've got the downer out of the way, what do you need to do the day of your debut? Take it easy beforehand, and make sure you're on time and have water. And have fun at your party.